Hello everybody. Today we'll be showing you the program Anki, which can be used to review flashcards to learn vocabulary and other things in the new language you're learning. Here I'm going to open up the program. It'll take a second. And I have prepared this example user to show you. Now I have two decks here. The first one has vocabulary from the 101 class, and the second one has example vocabulary from um, a deck that I used in the past to learn Arabic. Now, you see there this blue 20 here. This indicates that 20 new cards are due today. So when we click on this, we can click Study Now and review the cards. Now you see the card here. It says Wahed. Um, and this card wants you to see this term and then recall the English. You think واحد, that means one. You click spacebar or press show answer, and it'll say one. Now, I already knew that, because I've learned this before, so knowing that, I can click good on this card, because I understood and remembered the meaning of the term. Now, this says اثنين, and I can think, what does that mean? It means two. I can press the spacebar to select good. Now, ثلاثة, maybe I don't remember what this one means. Maybe I don't remember and I think, what did that mean again? Let's flip the card. Or maybe it's a new one that I haven't encountered before. And it says three. And I say, okay, I didn't know that, so I will click again. So now that will show up again in a little bit. Um, and you see there are three cards in red here. That means two of them we marked as good, but since they're new cards being introduced, they're going to show up twice anyways. And the one we marked wrong might show up a little bit more as we're reviewing today. Arba'a is 4. That's good. Khamsa is 5. Good. Sitta is 6. Sab'a, 7. Thamaniya, 8. Tis'a, maybe I don't remember this one and I remember, oh, that's 9. And maybe I had took some time to struggle to remember that, then I might mark it as hard. But I tend to just mark cards easy, or not easy. I tend to mark most of the cards good because I mostly remember them, um, and otherwise I might mark them incorrect. This is Ashara, 10. ثلاثة. Marhaban. That means welcome. And normally I've been reading these cards to myself. It's nice to pronounce them out loud, but I've been thinking the meaning in my head. So I think marhaban means welcome. I think welcome or something in my mind. And I say, oh, or welcome, hello. Um, I knew what I meant, but um, so I marked that one right. Um, and this means ana, and I think that means I. And I'm correct. There's I. Um, and one would continue to do this. Um, maybe a card is super easy and you might mark easy. Um, but one continues to review and try to recall the cards until one has finished the deck. And I'm sort of just moving my way through here just to show you. Um, and you see the blue cards, they're no more blue cards. These are all cards that I've already seen today, and they're just coming up again a second time so I can learn them better. And I think, um, yes, so I can go through these, and I mean, normally I would go through them carefully one by one, but I'm just demonstrating this. Very good. And now you've finished that deck, and now it says doesn't say anything for new cards, and you will see those cards again on tomorrow, or maybe in a day or so. and you can click stats here. It says you've reviewed some cards, and these are due tomorrow. 19 of them are due tomorrow because I clicked good on most of them, but one I clicked easy on, so that'll be due in a little bit farther in the future. So the idea is these will maybe appear tomorrow and then I'll review them and then maybe they'll appear in a few more days. And then maybe when I review them, they'll appear in 8 days and then maybe 16 days. And pretty soon you'll only see a new vocab word every month or 2 months. And this rate will be altered based on whether you click easy or hard or you mark the card incorrect. Um, and just so this shows a little bit of statistics about how many cards I've done, how many new cards I've learned from the deck versus how many remaining there are, etc. Now I can look at the second deck. This one is a little bit different. Here, Zawal, I think that means cessation. And I click, oh, what's gone? Oh, there it is. It was froze for a second, and that's right. But this is a word that I encountered reading a text. Um, and here there's a little sentence. Wada'im bala zawal. The continuous without cessation. So that's an example sentence, or not an example sentence. So that is a piece of text that I found using a different program, and I marked it so that I could import this word here. And that's a topic I could talk about a different day, but this example sentence may help me remember the context of that word and why it meant the thing it meant. Ahmed, end, limit. Um, Here's the phrase that it occurred in, as I mentioned. Now, if we go through these a little bit, in a moment, oh, actually, if you press Control Z, I believe, it undoes. Um, I can click forwards, and here I see, here's the English term, and here is the phrase where I encountered the term, but the Arabic phrase that I'm trying to remember here is blocked out. And now I can see what is the term that means cessation, or maybe this English definition for different terms might have maybe a couple terms, a couple synonyms to help me remember the term. So I think, oh, that means zawal. That's what the Arabic term is. And lo and behold, there is the Arabic term for that. And I mark that good. And there is what I put for the meaning of this other term, and I remember that means Ahmed. And the term meaning beauty is Baha, etc. I can go through these. All right. And once I would have finished that, I would have been complete. I mean, I would have completed the cards I needed to study for today. And perhaps tomorrow I would see 20 new cards from each of these decks, but also some review from what I learned previous days. Um, and you may have noticed the Learning with Text Arabic deck showed the card English or Arabic to English, where you recall the meaning in English of the term, but it also showed the English term and asked you to recall the Arabic term. Whereas the Arabic 101 deck just showed Arabic to English cards. And this is just two different options of how you might format your flashcards, and both are valid and have their uses. I think that's all. Thank you for watching.